Welcome back to a Sutter podcast. I'm your host, Victor, and my co-host, Mark. Mark, how you doing, sir?
I'm doing great. How are you, Victor?
I'm doing all right, man. The world, I thought the world was low-key kind of ending this morning.
Why?
Because, like, all of the computers and shit start breaking down. It was
yeah.
like Y2K up in this B word.
True.
I don't know if it's, like, back on or not, or, like, it fixed. Did you work today?
I did. Yeah.
You didn't have no problems?
We didn't. Apparently, we didn't. And I was, like, confused, but they let us know. They were like, oh, yeah, like it's not going to affect us or anything like that. So I was just like, dang it.
Look at your job. Doing things right, you know. I saw people that was at the airport. Their flights got canceled because no flights was taken off. Places were only taking cash.
Yeah, it was a little bit of a apocalyptic scene for a second.
Stock markets was closing. You know, shit was crazy. I was ready to pull everything out, and move to another. Move somewhere else. I'm not gonna disclose because
exactly
in case they try to look for me, but have all my shit dug up in my backyard. Just have all my riches there.
Yeah, it was wild though. I definitely heard about that, and I was just like, "What the heck happened?" But yeah, apparently it was an update that somebody pushed through and caused everything to just
So that guy's fired.
Yeah, I saw this tweet, and it was just—I don't know if it was real, but it was like this guy who was like at the job, and he was just like, "Just put a new update in, hope it goes well," and then it updated. It was just like, "Got fired, guys."
Yeah, no, it's definitely a joke.
I was just like, okay, but yeah,
that
bro, guy is not in.
It's literally like what people were afraid of, like all those years ago, because it was like, oh, like everything's gonna shut down, and then now the shit legit happened low key. Thankfully, it wasn't anything where like anybody checked, like as simple as that. But
apparently, like, what's funny is that when did this happen exactly? Was it
essentially overnight?
Okay, so that's a little interesting because I actually got an email yesterday specifically from AT&T, and they were just telling me like, oh yeah, some of your data has been compromised.
Oh yeah, that was like last week that happened.
Yeah,
last week they announced that they got hacked in like the past couple months of text messages were like taken.
Yeah, so that's why I was just confused, and I feel like that also had something to do with it a little bit. But
well, the company that's like essentially behind all this, there's like a specific company that handles. The reason it happens is like they handle a lot of like POS systems and like computer stuff for people and companies. So it's like a big company. They said it wasn't a hack situation. It was the fact that there was like essentially an update thing where shit ran out. The whole, the Y2K thing where everybody thought everything was going to shut down like once the year hit 2000. Apparently, like that's supposed to happen. That scare is supposed to happen again in like 8 years or something like that. But like all that we essentially have to do is like keep pushing back the date because it's basically like the computer's clock hits its max and has to restart all over. But if we don't do that ahead of time, that reset or whatever, like we don't do it in a planned manner, then basically what happened last night happens.
Got you.
So like the fact that it just kind of happened 8 years early for a different reason, essentially, was kind of weird and scary.
Yeah.
Because like I was really ready to like have a bunker ready. I was about to hit y'all up like, yo, like meet me at the nearest Sam's Club. Whoever makes it out alive wins.
Yeah, bro. At that point, bro, easy video idea.
What's up, guys?
Yeah.
YouTube no longer works, so hit us up our URL.
Our own
etcsurvives.net.
Yeah. Catch us for all live updates. I lost Mark.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's gonna be a tough show when you realize that like people really like low key end up dying or something.
Yeah. But people tune in.
What's up, guys? Dubs in the chat. Just hit this bunker.
Right.
Displace a family of 4. See what's happened next, guys. Let's see what they got in the bunker.
Stealing their loot.
Yeah. That shit's not cool though. Luckily I had off today.
Nice.
So I had to deal with it.
Yeah.
Both my mom and sister had off today, and they work in hospitals, and like all the hospitals were like going to shit right now, and everything was like had to be done by paper because they have to keep logs of everything, and like they can't turn away patients. So
that's actually kind of crazy.
We low key picked the perfect day to take off. So
yeah, that is crazy.
Yeah. Hopefully everything's cool by tomorrow or something. Like it's not like a prolonged issue. It seemed like everything was cool. It was just a little spooky. It's crazy how fragile our shit really is. And it was us and the UK. It wasn't just here.
Oh, wow.
And I think it was other places as well. But I know US and UK, the airports were like no flights leaving.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of times in those situations, it's like a simple, like let's hope it's like a simple fix because it was just an update. But like, who knows,
Yeah.
For all we know, that junk gonna take like a whole week or something.
So many people shit themselves today. It was like, what the fuck did I do?
Yeah.
A bunch of IT people was just having all these tickets popping up on their shit. It's like my shit not working. It's like, bro, we know it's not working. None of it's working. Like,
I can't do anything.
Relax. Yeah.
See you on Monday.
Yeah.
You can't do anything.
All these computers turn blue and shit. Yeah. I'm glad I didn't have to deal with any of that. I just woke up, I was like, oh shit, people were freaking out. But yeah, that was one sign right there.
Yeah.
We already had one of our potential president-elects getting shot in the ear. Now everybody's wearing the little tissue that he had on his ear as a joke.
I saw that and I was like, there's no way. Like, it's like
I'm upset.
Because you know the feeling I just felt right now when we were dealing with this stuff right now? That's literally how I feel about that too. It's just like I have no words to really say about that because it's like there's really people out there that just really idolize this man. And it's like, how do you go so far as to be like, I'm going like, and nobody told you to do this.
No, this was just like one person did it. Was like, oh my God, that's so cool. Give me this Chick-fil-A napkin.
And the fact that you thought like, this is so cool.
Yeah, like let's make this a thing.
Like that's where it just gets me. It's like, why? It brings
a couple days ago. It was don't joke about this. This is very serious. This is not a joke.
And now let's go and put some tissues.
Now it's cosplay as Donald Trump without his ear.
Like, come on, bro. And it's like then it starts to get scary because then it's like y'all starting to idolize him too much. Like it's not even by like a president perspective. Like
I've never seen I don't know a single like candidate period. I was gonna say Democratic candidate, but like candidate period where people like were this much of a fan.
But that's what I'm saying.
Like not for Bush, not for Obama, not for Biden. That's what I'm saying.
It's to a point where it's like it's not even for like a president perspective.
Yeah,
it's like you're looking at this man as so high in regards of like he's even bigger than the president. Yeah, it's just like no, he's not, bro.
It bothers me too how like not bothers me, but I just find it funny how like with any other elect, any party, whatever you do, like if they fucked up, if a candidate fucked up on something or like a president fucked up on something, they'd be like, yeah, like I voted for him or I support this guy, but like he fucked that up. You don't see that with like Donald Trump and his supporters. Like it's just like, yo, it don't matter what the fuck he do.
Yeah, he could have hit a woman in broad daylight. They would have been like,
I'm sure he did. Like I want to put that like on him, but like out of all his allegations, like are we gonna put that past him? I'm sure he has at some point in time.
That's what I'm saying. And then but I mean like in broad daylight, it's like everybody clearly saw it, and they all look at him and be like,
he blew a kiss at Hulk Hogan. You saw that in broad daylight?
No, that's something else I gotta say because after seeing that, I was like, I don't know if I can rock with Hulk Hogan anymore.
Oh no, he's known N-word user, known just different kind of guy, you know. Same with Kane. Kane's also in that boat.
The guy who's gonna destroy me.
You got he gonna really come after you.
He's like, who am I going against? Oh yeah, let's get to work. But
yeah, so that was one thing. Amber Rose was also a part of that. Like she was at the convention. Did you see that? Not to like you. I'll let you say what you have to say. But there was like the app Grindr.
Yeah,
it shut down because of like too much use, because of like in the state of where's it? Do you know where the Republic convention was at?
I think it's in Milwaukee.
Milwaukee, that's exactly where it's at.
You know, the only reason why I know that right now is because my mom is over there. Not for that reason. There's no way. Because trust me, my mom is the biggest Democrat you ever know.
That's interesting. I didn't know she was over there.
Yeah, she was over there just because she's visiting her brother. That's over there. He lives over there. And she was just like laughing about it when she was telling me that she was there or she was about to leave to go, and she was just like, of all times for us to go, of course it's when this convention is. And I was just like, dang, that kind of sucks. But yeah, she is not a Republican, but that doesn't matter at this moment. But yeah, she's over there. So that's the only reason why I know where it's at.
But yeah, the app Grindr, it was just like a LGBTQ plus like dating app. They had their servers shut down in Milwaukee. Literally like the same, like for the third day in a row since the Republican convention started.
But why do you think so? But what does that have to do with the Republican?
Everything.
Sorry, I'm very slow.
No, you're good. So essentially, in a lot of cases, like if you see certain politicians where they like very, very anti-gay, very, very whatever, anti-whatever it is, a lot of the times on the low, they're like be into that as well. There are a lot of Republican politicians in particular who've gotten caught like on gay dating apps or like having gay sex tapes or having gay escorts while also like being outwardly on the podium talking about like banning gay marriage or like trans or anything against trans people and stuff like that. Like it's a common thing. So like the tie-in is kind of like a lot of these people that are Republican and claim to be against these things are also on Grindr during this Republican convention.
Oh, okay. All right,
Yeah.
Guess I understand now.
Yeah. Not that there's anything wrong with it, you know, but also like, don't be outwardly against gay, trans, and LGBTQ plus community, and also be on Grindr. It's kind of hypocritical. Yeah, but these people don't really have like criticism at all, no matter what they do, because like there's been numerous issues to like at least have an issue with or have a problem with, and they won't. They'll just say, you know, they'll have some excuse to say why it's like reasonable or okay.
Yeah, like I said, like Trump will hit somebody in broad daylight. There'll be cameras and everything. Everybody will have their mouth like dropped. Like, all you see is, she deserved that. She deserved
what did she do? What did she say?
Why did he do? Why did she do that to him? Meanwhile, she didn't say or do anything. He just wanted to punch her, and they were like, "Nah, she looked at him weird." Yeah, there's no way, bro. And then as soon as you see the other, I'm not getting into it because I don't like talking about politics. But yeah.
Amber Rose pulled up with her forehead tattoo doing the same thing, which is also kind of like crazy because she also, like I said, she had her slut walk a couple years ago. Great, you know, being towards women and supporting women's freedom and allowing them to do what they want to do. And then she goes to a Trump rally and is like basically backing him, which I'll be honest, a lot of these people do it to like, while they're during these people's presidency to like reap the benefits of like getting some type of legal excuse. Cause like Lil Wayne like was at a rally once at one time. I'm like, come on, bro. You're supposed to be one of my favorites, and here you go doing this bullshit. But it's like sometimes they do it for personal gain.
I mean, I saw what's his face doing an interview with Biden about that, about asking Biden about do you think like Donald Trump has like I guess certain like I guess ties or certain affiliations with these hip hop artists because of the whole like getting them, you know,
amnesty and shit.
Yeah, like, the word's not exempt, I guess. I don't know what it is. But
the best idea, like basically get charges lifted and shit.
Yeah,
I know who you're talking about. I forget his name, but it's the bull. Like he had a whole talk to him about like Palestine and all that.
Exactly. And I didn't watch the interview at all. I just saw it on my feed on Instagram, and I literally clicked on I just looked at it, and after he answered asked the question, all you see is it just goes to Joe, and he's just like. He just does a chuckle and just laugh, and I was just like, yo.
There's another thing too. He was like, it's the same interview. He asked me, he's like, you know, in my interviews, I like to show the fact that like no matter what's going on, people can coexist to a certain extent. He was like, so I asked you, President Biden, like in the event that Trump were to win, what is one thing you think he could do well in the presidency? Kind of just being like, you know what, like keep it like even though we're against each other, like keep it friendly. And he was just like. I honestly can't think of a single thing. Just sitting there like just old and dusty as fuck. He froze. At one point he was mid-sentence, his like one eye started blinking, but the other one didn't. I was like, yo, he's about to go down right now.
Let's not forget to mention that it was just stated that this man
has the vid.
Positive for the vid. Yeah. And
was it that interview?
Now, what's so crazy, because we talked about this last podcast about how like after this whole shooting with Trump, it was like he's won. Like it's over. He's won. And then after seeing that, I was at work and I saw that. I was like, it's completely over. There's like not even a slither of chance. Seeing this man get COVID is like basically just like you're putting the white flag and being like, all right, it's over. Yeah, like there's no way.
Somehow, you know, like when before the first day of school, people lay out the outfits and shit. So there was a photo of a bull with his outfit laid out, and then him sleeping next to him is like, this Kamala Harris right now, ready to take the presidency.
Basically, because there's no this man he's out.
But we did talk about it when we had the discussion last week about him, like us having like any other chance would be him dropping out, and he wasn't going to do that. But then he got COVID, and they was like, yo, he might drop out. So then I was like, there's a slither of hope. Because then at that point, it's just like he's out because nobody's voting for him.
Yeah.
So like whoever fills it in, if he or she is a good candidate, it gives us a new chance of hope. It's like, all right, at least we're not voting for this guy again.
Yeah.
So I feel like it kind of, you know.
Man, he's going to be in his hospital bed. Still, they're going to pull it up to the podium.
And then he announced his fucking running mate for Vice President Donald Trump. And some guy named JD.
And
I can't have a vice president named JD. That's too trailer park.
Vice JD.
That's too trailer park trash for me right there to have that as my vice president.
What's crazy is I heard also that his vice president was also somebody who was super against him at one point, and said
like
he was
very clearly like
he said, I forget the quote that they said. There's something about him,
but that's the thing is all it comes down to is like it's for their own personal gain. It's like at least at the end of the day, if he wins, he has a position in office. You know what I mean? And it's a vice president as opposed to being like senator, governor, whatever.
I just kind of want to know, what's the point of being a vice president? Like, not that like what's the point, but it's just like,
it's like being a backup quarterback, bro. It's the best job in the world.
I guess so, but I like, you know why I think of it like that? Because I think of when you're working at a job, right? You usually work at a place because you want to see opportunity for you to grow and get higher in places. Like, I feel like if you get put to vice president, like, you don't just you don't move up to president. You kind of have to run.
Look at our literal president, bro. What do you mean? He was VP.
That's true, but he had to run to get it. Like, he had to go through all of that.
Opens the door.
I know that's true, but it's just like, dang, like I wish I could just put my years in and just be like, hey man, I'm out, but now you get to come in. You know, it's not. It's like I got to do a whole nother session of like running to be put into this office. Like, it's kind of annoying, so low key. When I don't know, if it was for me, I'd be like, dang, I kind of like, I'll tell you about, yo, Trump, like, you know, like Talladega Nights. I remember when his partner, Will Ferrell's partner, I forget his name, but he kept asking like, oh, like how about I win? And he was just like, no, I think I should be the one. He was just like,
but
he was like
really cool.
Yeah, he was just like, you're right, man. And what was I thinking? You know, and I think it's kind of like that, where it's just like I would like try to talk to him, be like, hey, like maybe I can be president instead of you, Trump, right? And I feel like Trump be like,
nah. It's one of those things though. It's like, say for your job, right? It's like you work, you know, you start entry level, then you get to be a manager. You never go back down after that. You know what I mean?
That's true.
So why not? He's VP.
Yeah.
It's either you go up,
true,
or you just stay on that
really
same level.
Can't go down. You can't go down. I don't know. I guess because in my head, when I look at it in those positions, I feel like president's like the best position, which it honestly isn't.
Progression's progression, baby.
Yeah, because honestly, being president, I feel like it's just too stressful. You might as well just sit in the office somewhere else.
And he might also be like investing early. He already saw that earshot. He's like, yo, next guy might actually hit that shot. And I'm right in there, baby. I don't even got to run.
I won't be on the scene, but I'll know what's happening.
Yeah. And I don't even got to run. I'm just boop, right in there.
Oh, my gosh. He got shot. All right. 2028, guys. We got to start getting ready.
Yeah. So you just back up QB, just ready to jump in. And then there's not as much expectation as being like he wasn't voted in. He was just, you know, in case some shit happened, I come in.
Yeah.
So now if I fuck up, it's like I didn't even get
that's true, because like if something does happen, then the vice president gets elected president, which in terms is like an easy way to just slide in.
Bro, light work. That's what Kamala was hoping on. He's like, oh, he's still here. 2 bouts with COVID.
Not gonna lie, Joe's he's kind of tough.
Yeah.
Regardless of how old he is.
Falling downstairs, COVID twice.
Yeah, he's
a stubborn guy. I think he's ex-military, isn't he?
Yeah.
I think he served.
Bro, that's the thing that I thought about the other day, is that like, I mean, it's just like our country in general. I'm just like, we're so like laughable to other people, because like we really elected a man president who had no background in any of this. He literally had a TV show, and his catchphrase was "You're fired," and and we literally like said, okay, yeah, this guy seems legit. So, but most likely for a lot of the times, a lot of previous presidents, they, for the most part, sometimes were in the military, like some background in it or something. But yeah, he is.
Yeah.
So that's why, I mean, maybe he's just exempt from poisons. He's just, you know.
Trump just knew how to speak to the right audience. That's really all it came down to. He just gave a voice to the racists. He just exposed how racist the country is, because he was just like, I'm just going to ride on fucking like everything that's hella conservative and just let them push me in.
That's true. So he didn't have to do anything.
He just gave a voice to a bunch of people that like essentially not before him, but like
it was something that like
if anybody were to say those things before, Trump, like, yo, like you're like, that's not right. But now it's like, oh, that guy was just like, yeah, like it's cool to say that thing, and it just gave that it just gave that like confidence for people to say, because people got hella bold after he got in there.
Because once somebody of higher power says it, you're just like, well, if he said it without having any repercussions, why can't I?
Where Hillary Clinton been at?
I feel like after that, her charges, I guess.
I feel like after that election, she was just like, yo, if I lost to him, it's over.
There's no chance. The emails got her, bro. That whole point, it got her, bro. She was like, dang it, emails.
And then to top it all off, like the kind of week that this country was having between our former president getting shot in the ear, allegedly, Biden getting COVID. We got this fucking MLB All-Star Game national anthem to just really just show how shit is going for all of us. Did you see that national anthem?
Who? I'm trying to remember who's saying it.
Ingrid something. I don't. Yeah. You wouldn't like. I wouldn't know.
I don't remember who she is. I remember I saw something on my phone when I was waiting for the bus leaving from work, and I told myself I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna watch this when I get home," because I was listening to music, and I'm like, I don't want this in my ear right now. So I was like, I'm gonna watch it later. But I was like cracking up because the caption was just like, "All right, Fergie, we'll give you a rest. Now, yeah. You good now?" And I was like, "There's no way somebody did worse than that."
You haven't heard it yet?
I haven't heard it.
So basically, like Fergie's was funny because she was trying to do too much. Ingrid's was bad because it was just bad. Now, I don't want to go too in on her because I don't know if you saw what happened after the fact.
Apparently, she said she was really, really drunk.
Yeah.
She said, I'm going to rehab.
She checked herself into rehab. So I don't want to like get on her too much because essentially, you know, it was back off of her having alcohol issues. So like, you know, it happens. But I'm going to play this for you just so you know. And then I'll only play a little bit because it's 2 minutes, but.
It sounds great. It's fine. What's wrong with this? It's just a little dry. That's all it is. Who'd broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, or the ramparts we watched.
Mark's like, what's wrong?
Is that that guy?
Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
All right, that was perfectly fine.
Yeah.
No, yeah, that was bad. I'm not gonna lie. The first half, it was fine. I think the first half was fine.
Yeah,
in my opinion,
because it wasn't the difficult part yet.
Yeah, the first half seemed fine to me. Yeah, she should have never even attempted to hit those high notes.
She could have just kept it safe, and it would have been a boring national anthem, but she would have gotten out.
Yeah, it would have been fine. She really put herself in the coffin when that last little bit
yeah.
I don't know what she was trying to do. I felt like she was trying to save the fact that she knew she was doing so bad and said, "Oh, let me add some flair to distract them." I think it really just made it worse.
Yeah. Then I was like, all right, let me see what her actual music sounds like. It don't sound bad. Like, it was maybe a little auto-tune in there or something, but I was just like it was never that deep to be that, you know, all over the place. But again, she has an alcohol problem. She was drunk. Whatever, man. I hope you get better and get the help you need. You know, I don't want to bash somebody too much. I
just think though, besides to that point, it's just like, I don't know why people try to be so different sometimes with these national anthems, bro. It's like they get the opportunity, and it's like I don't know, especially when it's like during something that's very, very like, what would you call it, like
a major event.
Major event. There you go. Because you got games all year long, you know, and it's just like they do it every game. But when it's like a major event, like, come on, bro, just play it safe. Like, you know, everybody on TV is watching you, bro.
Yeah. Everybody's trying to top them, so like, you know, top the next guy.
And it's like, bro, no, because like what's crazy is that when you do it simple and you just add like, you know, little high notes or little like, you know, harmony here and there, it's like, bro, people will go back and be like, wow, that was amazing.
I will say, out of all the ones that I've heard, I feel like we got one of the best national anthems, like out of anybody else.
Oh, you mean like the actual national,
like the song itself, and like not even just the song, not even just the song, but more so the performances for them.
Yeah,
because I've like very few times I've seen other countries like do theirs, and it's like as well sung, or like the fact that people go out of their way to like sound super good at it. Because when people kill it, they kill it though. like the R&B, like when you bring in the R&B artist who adds all these runs to it, and I'm like, yo, like they fucking, it's extra, but they killing this shit. So I can't be mad. But like, I never heard no "Oh Canada" slap like that. I ain't never heard no "God Save."
Canada.
I ain't never seen no "God Save the King" sound like that, or
maybe
"God Save the Queen."
If we actually like brought people from America over there and sang their national anthem.
Yeah, but they wouldn't call us to do that. They're gonna bring a lot of times at soccer matches, they just have the whole crowd singing and like the players singing, and they have like a little kid by their side. So that's usually what they do. The only one that I'll say is a fire national anthem that I love because I watch a lot of boxing is the Mexican one. The Mexican one be slapping, and they be bringing people who like will sing it and like sing it with fucking heart, man.
That's nice.
So I'm like, yo, that's a good national anthem. But that's the only two that I could think of where I'm like, yo, like they add some flair to it, and it sounds like a hit. But yeah, man, that girl, that poor girl, I feel bad because like she's gonna be stuck with that for the rest of her life.
Yep.
And I didn't know who she was. I don't know if she's like a major country artist. She's like 3-time Grammy nominated, so she must be good. But I'll say at least for Fergie had global well-known slaps, hits, bangers.
Fergalicious.
Like between that and like Black Eyed Peas, like she had catalog, so we could look past it a little bit, and it's a great meme, you know. Like she didn't sound vocally bad. She was just trying to, like you said, do too much. It's like that shit. It's like, bro, we're not trying to hear this right now. Just sing it regular.
But what's so funny about that is it's not even. What's so funny is like if you just played it in my ear, if you just played it in my ear and I wasn't looking at the video, I'll be like this Jones bad. What makes it hilarious is just the fact that it was at the basketball game and seeing
NBA Finals and you got the Warriors just like
they're like.
What's funny though, the main person that was shown laughing on camera for that baseball one was one of our players, Alec Bohm.
I'm correct.
He was like trying to hide it so bad, but it just did not sound great. He low-key had an attitude like that whole weekend, which is kind of funny, but it's all right.
I probably cheered him up.
Yeah, he was just like because that was before the home run derby. And he was in the home run derby. He had not the least, but like one of the lower end numbers of home runs on the season. So everybody's like, yo, he's gonna get eliminated like first round. He ended up making it like pretty far, and he lost by 1 home run, like to the person who won the home run derby. And they asked him like, because he had the highest amount of home runs too in the first round. He went first, and like nobody else could reach him except for one person tied with him. So he was like on mic. He's like, yeah, like who would have fucking thought? Not me. Like everybody fucking thought I was gonna lose, and look at me leading everybody else. So
hey man, guess he can talk.
Yeah. So yeah, essentially in retrospect, in review, in summary, our country's in shambles right now because we got our current president trying not to die. Second one with a hole in his ear. Everybody got freaking little napkins taped on it, which is funny to me because they were cool with doing that. But like, if you ask somebody, a Trump supporter, to wear a mask during that time, that shit was like fucking impossible. Anywho, we got this girl Ingrid who's going to rehab after struggling with national anthem, being drunk and shit. She shut off all her comments immediately. But imagine like, bro, like I don't care if you're nervous, you can't pull up to your job that fucked up in any like career path.
Yeah, I would
any industry.
I would have just been like, hey man, if I'm gonna mess up, I'm just gonna mess up. But like, again, I would have played it safe.
Yeah, like even like to be understanding, it's like if you're an entertainer, right, you do this shit every night, and maybe you have nerves. Throw one shot, you know, like throw a shot back at tequila. It's like, you know what, calm the nerves. I feel a little loosey goose. Now I could go out there and kill this stage. But she pulled up there hammered, bro. Like you see on her face, her hair is all over the place. Like,
but my thing is like, not to say that you can't remember it, but like, I feel like if you're that hammered, like, I feel like she would have stumbled a bit on the words. She knew like the words front to back easily, but yet it was just the.
This is just the performance part of it. She was just all over the place. So, you know. Hopefully she is doing well. Hopefully Biden lives through this bout of COVID. I heard he was doing all right. You know, he just kind of isolating himself. Mm-hmm. Hopefully Trump's ear grows back.
My man's Piccolo, bro.
Yeah, but that shit, you know, that makes him tired though. You've seen Super. He be getting tired after he grow that shit back.
He's like, I just got to make sure I relax until the debate, until the presidency.
Yeah. So things are only going to get better from here, clearly. You know, more debates, more commercials, more craziness, more news going to pop out.
More earshot.
Hopefully not. Hopefully everybody keeps their ears. But besides that, anything you want to touch on before we get out of here, Mark?
Nah, Jess, we appreciate you guys for watching every week. We love you guys. Stay safe. This is not nor will it ever be a political podcast, but we just,
it's just that time of year,
Yeah, we talk about these things. We talk about a year round because
regardless pops up.
Regardless if this is like May or March or whatever, and we hear something about Trump, we're gonna bring probably this stuff up again. But
or Biden being weird as hell.
Yeah,
saying he's a Zionist.
Yeah, but yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. And we will catch you guys next week. Deuces.